Hi, welcome to Creative Crits. We definitely aren't restarting our stream because of technical issues. This is our holiday special with Verge Games. Join us on our Discord, follow us on Instagram, and please like and subscribe to check out our game on the 2nd. That is our second episode of Yet Another Adventuring Party. And our game on the 5th, that is our 4th episode of Collide. And with that, help me welcome our DM from Verge Games, Josiah.
Woo!
Woo!
Woo! Hey, everyone. All right, let's get this started for the really first time ever. Today we have Operator here playing Harvey, our beekeeper. Next up is Harley playing Leo, who is, I just have mini classes. I'm not sure what you technically count as anymore.
Yeah, I would happily explain my class if you would.
Go ahead.
My character. Hi, my name is Harley Kane. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Harley Hero. And I am playing Leo, the alchemist, Circle of Stars druid, today.
Next up, Operator, I apologize. Where can we catch you?
Oh no, you're fine. So I'm a TikToketeer. It's at Hello Operator. The operator's actually is 0 because it's funny like that. But yeah, I do TikTok D&D Pathfinder stuff.
Excellent. We also have Lauren here, known as Kel among online, and playing Daphne, right?
That is correct. I'm Kel Cosplay. You can find me on TikTok as _Kel Cosplay. I will be playing Daphne, our cleric, today.
Awesome. Next up, Noah, our dwarf barbarian named Gurf.
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm a member of the Creative Crits team, and you can find me at In Contrast Films on Instagram.
And last and definitely least, Alex, our wizard.
Howdy. You will never find me.
What?
The headcanon of this conspiracy theorist wizard just deepens.
I thought the stream froze again for a second.
We were all just taken back.
You will never find me.
He's off the
I'm Alex,
arcade
going to
grid.
be playing Rolf the Wizard today. I'm so happy to be here.
Alrighty, let's get you guys started. You are delivering a small package of herbs to a small town called Grace. It was been a couple days' journey, and the sun has now already set when you crossed a hill, pounding through about a foot of snow now, and finally see a small hamlet resting in a valley. It's spread out over the blanket of snow, all circling one very large hill where a manor sits on top. You were supposed to take this medicine directly to the town physician, but unfortunately, he's not in his office. But they do have a new one. Excuse me, they do have someone tell you that he had been on a house call. And after knocking on a few doors, you find one that might be the right one this time, because it has a light on through a large window. Who's going to knock?
I'll push my way through the group and knock on the door.
Great knock, bro.
Well done. I'm not even going to ask you to roll for it. It's so much enthusiasm. You knock a few times and a door opens, and there is a middle-aged man who looks a little harrowed and a little lacking of sleep. And he looks down and says, hello?
Hello!
I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder and just be like, this takes a gentle touch. Hello. We were looking for the town physician?
Wait, and even as he's saying it, an old man presses his way forward. Oh, please, come. Oh, that's me. Hold on. Says, you must be the fellows who come. Did you have my package for me?
Yes.
Oh, hi there. Yeah, we absolutely got that for you. Who's actually carrying the stuff? Probably
Leo pulls it out of a bag.
Please.
You need all of these? You sure you need all of these?
I hope. Please come in. He looks over at you, Harvey, and was. Well, that was an interesting accident. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from the Midwest of Waterdeep, don't you know? Did you just invite us into somebody else's house? This is a house call after all.
Tight.
He does, actually. He kind of heads back, and the father there kind of he goes, Just kind of waves you through. He's too tired to care.
Immediately reach out and shake the father's hand. Oh, hi there, Harvey Bee Honey Maker. I don't actually make the honey. The bees do a little beekeeper humor there. And for the party, this is like the 1,000th time you've heard that.
Daphne just like freezes a smile on her face, and she's like, "Yep, that's us."
Well, you make your way into the house, and you find that it's pretty narrow, actually. Besides the window and the door, there's not much more space here, other than the stairs going upstairs. But more importantly, there is a very long table that takes up the majority of the room, and it is surrounded by little kids who are kind of cramped in and elbowing each other and fidgeting the way kids do. And on the far end of the table sits a mother who looks equally haggard next to a small boy who is sipping away at some soup. And it doesn't take him long to tell who the medicine is for. He looks a little frail, a little pale. But the physician waves you over and says, "Here, here," and he pulls out a bag of gold for the herbs, please.
Hand
Who
it
had-
over. Yeah, I have them.
No problem. He hands you the gold, and he takes a look through and says, "Yes, thank you. I greatly appreciate you coming all this way with this, although at this point I'm a little worried what herbs from the last season will be able to do. He's just been a little off for a while."
What's wrong with him? Boy.
Tim has something in the lungs. It's he kind of looks over and leans forward. "Honestly, we're not certain. This might help him with the coughing. It might not. But that's for another night. Please, have you eaten or anything?" And the father says, "Oh, yes, absolutely." And he starts grabbing some bowls of soup and bringing them out for you guys.
You know, when I was a boy, when I had a cough, I would just take a nice big swig of booze, and it would cure me right up.
That would explain your hype.
I think the technologies have moved a little bit past that. But I'm glad you think it worked for you.
Oh, these modern herbs these days. You know, you take them, and then they give you all sorts of other things.
I would like to sit right across from Timmy.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Sure. While you guys are sitting there and just starting to sip, I believe it would be Ralph, our wizard. Give me a quick perception.
You got it. I'm not a perceptive man. Ooh, let's call that a 7.
Off to a great start.
Wow. You got pickpocketed by a 6-year-old. As a small child has been rummaging through your package, and you don't even notice until he falls off the seat and almost drags your entire pouch open and dumps it onto the floor.
Bro.
He sits there, some ashes, bird bones, feathers, kind of poofing, and he looks up very guiltily.
What are you looking to get at, little man? Just ask. Let me help you out. What?
All the other kids around there start giggling.
I think I'll just I'm gonna go ahead and prestidigitate, just like lift one of the feathers up and make it like maybe fly around the room a little bit, just to.
All the kids stop talking, giggling, and eating, and just start staring. And you hear silent whispers as they're like, "Oh, magic!" I mean, come on.
And then I'll let the kid have the feather. I'll be like, "All right, cause you're sneaky."
Yeah. When he hands the kid the feather, I'm going to use thaumaturgy to just make the lights flash brighter real quick for a second, as if he's transferred something to him.
Ooh. Doesn't usually do that. Hang on to that one, little man.
Kids these days are so easily entertained.
I love lying to children.
Yeah. Back in my day, we used to disembowel deer. That was the entertainment.
We gotta get you some culture.
Well, due to a lack of deer and plenty of soup, you guys enjoy your meal for a bit. It is the first hot thing that you guys have had for a while. But go ahead. I would like everyone here to give me a perception.
Ooh, first roll of the night.
18.
Not one.
Starting off strong.
13.
22.
Ooh.
22.
Also 22.
Wow.
2. All right. Alex, you're the one who nat one, I believe?
Yes, I am.
All right. Don't worry about this next part. Everyone else. You begin to hear the sounds of chains dragging across a wooden floor. Only strange part about that being that you hear it from outside, where there is neither wood nor a floor. Well, stone and snow, but, indoor floors.
A friendos. I hate to be a party pooper, but anybody else hear that?
Can I go over to the window and look out?
Certainly, no problem.
No, I don't.
It's your hat. It's pulled down too far over your ears. That's gotta be
Daphne,
it.
you take a look outside the window and you notice right beyond where the light from the window reaches, there seems to be a figure standing there, waiting.
I'm gonna motion. I was like, guys, you might want to come see this.
I'm gonna go.
Harvey will get up and go over.
Leo's going to open the door. She's just going to walk right up.
Just walks right. Leo opens the door and heads on out as everyone else is peeking around the window and taking a look. Leo, as you step outside, you see a man standing there in the snow. There is no footprints behind him. But in fact, there are chains stretching out from the snow, wrapping around him like a spider's web and disappearing back into the drift. He is a little translucent.
And what are you up to? Kind of loud. You're making a lot of noise. It's nighttime, you know?
Don't worry. No one else can hear me.
Oh, so, just me and...
And them.
All right, what can we do for you?
I imagine in the window it's like Grolf's head and then Harvey's head just like stacked on top of each other looking out the window.
He takes a deep breath and the chains kind of rattle on his shoulders. You have done something very good tonight. But you need to do something far greater.
What, you a prisoner? You escaped from prison? Is that why you've got the chains? Did you drink something? Is that why you're a little translucent? Sometimes when I make, my elixirs don't always work out very well and get weird things that happen. Tell me, what did you use?
I died.
Oh man, I hate when that happens. It's quite inconvenient.
It's very difficult. Yes.
All right, and so you need us to do something for you, is what you're
Yes.
saying.
My name is Jacob. I was once a business partner for the lord of this town. I was not a good man in my life. And now, all my misbegotten deeds I wear around me, each one a link to a chain I made myself.
Is it heavy? I'm assuming it's not very heavy. Like dead.
He tries to shrug a little bit, but the chains kind of pull him back down.
It's quite inconvenient.
Weakling. He says that, but then he kind of like goes back behind.
Hides a bit more behind Alex.
Yeah. And Daphne elbows him be nice.
When have you ever known me to be nice?
I mean,
It's
I
no
was hoping
wonder
you would
we
start.
don't. It's no wonder we don't have more friends than we have now.
It's just a wonder. I mean, how could you not?
I'm going to turn around. Hey guys, I think he needs all of us, not just me. So if you just want to, stop looking out the window like creeps.
I'll
out.
come around and come out and be like, "Hey, bro, you down to get souped up? You want to get your soup on?
Souped up.
Harvey Honeymaker will walk out and extend his hand. Oh, hey there, Harvey B. Honeymaker here. I don't actually make the honey. The bees do that. Sorry, little beekeeper humor there.
Harvey, do you have to do that every time?
He does.
What, every time?
He very much does.
All right, get on with it, Jacob.
It is too late for me, but perhaps not for Scrooge. He has prepared for many years to slip the noose of death to avoid my fate. But in doing so, he will damn this entire town. But there is still hope for Grace. For tonight, Scrooge will be visited by 3 spirits who will try and get him to change his ways. But other, darker spirits want him to stay right where he is. You need to go to his room before midnight and make certain that those spirits deliver their message. Because if they don't, Grace won't make it.
So you want us to wake up an old man in the middle of the night?
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
I'm happy to do it.
Also, that's a pass on the soup, then.
Oh. If you do take the
Okay.
soup, just
Sadly,
beware.
yes.
Okay.
I
don't know if it would
think
stick in him.
Doesn't
Guys,
soup
I
sticks
think-
to the bones.
He said he's dead. I don't think the dead eat, but I haven't. I don't know. I guess haven't asked.
I mean, I'd offer to help with the whole dead thing, but I didn't prepare that today. If you come back tomorrow.
As you're hearing him speak, though, you begin to hear the chime of the bells in the back from the church. It rings a 10th and then 11th time, and he begins to fade away. And he says to you, Scrooge's room before midnight. And then he's gone.
Is that going to happen to all of us?
Did he say
Are you
through
dead?
this room?
Are you dead?
Screw this room.
Dwarf, you're not dead. You'll be fine.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, you are alive, right?
I
think so.
try to pass my hand through him.
Yeah, just smack him on the cheek.
Yeah, I just smack him.
So, honest question there, Ray, but we know we're supposed to be in Scrooge's room before midnight. Does anybody know where Scrooge's house is?
I'm just gonna walk in. Hey, is there a Scrooge like in town? Is he just like a guy who I don't know?
It's a terrible name, really.
Horrible name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of rude.
Yeah, really. Parents probably just, kind of mean thing to name your kid in my mind. The father actually says, "Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, Lord Scrooge. I work for him, of course. He lives on the manor, on the hill."
Perfect. Ghost told us to go harass an old man, so we're gonna do that.
What?
Thank you for the soup.
No, don't harass him, please. Oh, no.
No, if we don't, I think something bad will happen.
I'm pretty sure something bad will happen if you do.
Well, we'll let him know you said hi.
No.
What was your name again?
No. Bob.
Well, Bob, good luck with the child, the sickly child. You got one bad. It seems like you got a bunch of good ones, and then this one bad one. I hope he gets better.
Thanks.
He's not bad. He's just doing bad. He's doing poorly.
It's okay.
Healing
I'm
poorly
gonna-
because of not enough medicine. We're gonna go.
To be fair, for my family, it's a pretty good ratio.
Can I walk back in to where Bob and Tim are? And can I cast Cure Wounds on Tim?
Oh.
You can give it a shot, sure.
Okay. I want to do that. So I'm going to walk back in and walk up to Tim and kind
Sure,
of
like
look
wounds?
at his parents for permission and touch his hand.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not feeling well, are you? And then let's cast Cure
No.
Wounds. Oh, poor thing. All right. That would be 6 points of healing.
6 points of healing. He does sit up a little bit straighter, and it gets a little bit more color in his cheeks there. But after a moment, you hear him. He starts coughing again. But there is a bit more color to him. But it's more than simple wounds.
I'm just going to kind of, rub his cheek just very lightly and say, "You'll be okay. All right, we'll be back. You'll be okay."
Telling you, the booze works every time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to walk out and ignore these bozos. My God.
Outside
Legitimate party members, please.
the door, I was gonna say, outside the door, you kind of see Daphne like hit herself in the head, like, why didn't I think of that? And then she's gonna start following Leo.
Harvey is going to place a hand on both Rolf and Girth's shoulders, and as the kids say these days, say less, fam. And he's going to go outside with everybody else.
All right. Sorry we could not remove all of your child's bad vibes.
Start working on another one. Goodbye.
Let's go.
What's 17 years?
What's 17 years?
Bad things happen when we don't follow the artificer.
So, do we know? Can we see the manor on the hill? Or
Oh, yeah, definitely. It looms over the entire town. It's not too hard to see that a road would kind of lead its way towards the center.
And it's nighttime right now, right?
It is night.
All right.
But it is that kind of Christmassy, wintry night where there is a moon, everything is covered in snow, so it's kind of light even though it's dark.
I'm just gonna start walking towards the
You
manor.
start trudging. All right. You guys start making your way down the street. It is slow going, to be fair. This, much like the trail coming here, it's snow up to your knees, so you're kind of just trudging along
So
or
up to my
following the
hips.
dwarf.
Would this be considered an urban environment?
It is urban, yes.
My favorite terrain is urban.
That's actually surprising for
For a beekeeper. Yeah.
A beekeeper. Huh?
Well, you got to
And
sell
also,
your
I'm just
wares,
gonna give
my
you a
friends. You got to sell your
Oh,
wares.
yeah,
Oh,
piggyback.
right.
I'm gonna have my bees go ahead of us and just kind of fluff out the snow so we can pass without it being difficult terrain.
Okay.
Awesome.
As you're walking down the street, a swarm of bees is basically buzzing along like a saw, chugging snow off to the sides as they plow the street for you.
See, I was
You
gonna,
make better time.
I was gonna say that it was pretty shocking that you were preferred an urban environment because you're so waspy.
I hate you.
All right.
I had to get one in there.
Okay. As you guys make your way down the street, you eventually come to an open market area. There's a large fountain in the center with an angel. Clearly the water is not running since it's freezing cold out here. I would like people to give me a quick perception.
Very well.
18 again.
18,
19.
19.
Dirty 20.
Also dirty 20.
6.
Is intelligence your dump stat or something?
He's just rolling back.
I am.
He is a scholar. If you need something found in a book, he can do that. He cannot find the book, though. You will have to handle. It's a team effort. We have to work together.
He is why
At least he's
librarians get
consistent.
paid.
Everyone except for Alex notices that the town actually is covered in a blanket of snow, but underneath that, it's kind of dilapidated. Some roofs are sagging. The porches are kind of tilted off to the side. Many windows are boarded up, not for the cold, but because they're just missing. Even though the angel fountain in the center, one of its wings are actually broken. It just doesn't seem like anyone's been taking care of things around here very much. But, yeah, go ahead.
Are there any stands? Are there people?
Nope, everything's closed up for the night.
Like all the windows are dark, everything?
Yeah,
Okay. There's no Christmas parties? Nothing?
none. And it's so close to Christmas, no less. As you continue to make your way, though, the street eventually opens up and it reaches the base of the hill. And as you look up, you see that the street actually goes through switchbacks back and forth up the hill till it reaches the top, with towns and with shops and buildings all along the side. And as you approach, it is picturesque. The entire thing looks like it comes from a postcard, covered in snow with the twinkling of lights. It is quite beautiful with the moon behind it. But as you get closer, you notice that clean-looking street is actually smooth and covered in ice, like an entire river had somehow been dumped at the top of the hill and rushed down and frozen in place. It is slick from the bottom all the way to the top. It is going to be a challenge to get up there. especially since as you reach the foot, you notice that this river that froze hit a cart, a full wagon, and it just surged over it, creating a 10-foot mound of ice that is perfectly smooth. You're going to have to find a way over that.
Can I cast Druidcraft and melt the ice?
What does Druidcraft do for us?
Druidcraft?
Or more specifically, for you against me?
Yeah, so it's a tiny harmless sensory effect. So it can like snuff out a candle, or it can create wind, or so like a small natural effect is what Druidcraft does.
Oh, sure. You could do that. It will be a small change, though. It won't be able to melt the entire thing.
I'll give it a try. What do you think it's gonna just freeze again? Like, how cold is it outside?
It's cold, but it's not that cold. Like 20s-ish, maybe.
Okay, well, I would like to cast Druidcraft and try and melt some of the ice.
All right, go ahead and give that a shot.
Okay, I do.
Is there any roll needed with it, or is it just done?
No, it's a cantrip. So.
Oh, it's a cantrip.
Yep.
No problem then. You go ahead and cast Druidcraft, and it does melt a bit of ice, but only about a size of your fist.
Okay.
But it does leave a pocketed hole there.
Can I go to the pocket/hole that she created and try to continue the progress using Sacred Flame?
Certainly. Sacred Flame would definitely do some damage here.
So I'm just going to kind of finger gun, and that is also a cantrip. Can ice make a dexterity saving throw?
I'm going to... I see what you're going for here. Just give me a D20 with a... Yeah, let's use Dex. That seems very fair.
All right, so a D20 and add my Dex.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 17.
17?
Yeah, 17
Perfectly
plus.
fine.
Mm-hmm. Plus Dex is 3, so dirty 20.
So a dirty 20. No problem. You pull out the little pistols and... You leave a bunch of pocketed holes all the way up the side of the mound. It might just be a lot easier to climb now.
Somebody like to try?
Hey, I'll
path.
give it a shot there, Ree. I've got Explorer's Pack. I've got pittance and climbing gear. Maybe make a survival roll to see if I can think as I go.
You want to leave a climbing line as you go up?
Yeah, that's the intent.
Sure, go ahead. I'll need a climb check to get up there, but you do get advantage because they basically carved handholds all the way up.
Ooh, somebody plays an old system. Athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Very well.
Athletics. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm a Pathfinder guy at heart, so I'm used to climb.
Yeah, I've done it a lot like that.
16 for athletics.
16. That'll do it.
And survival roll to leave the line behind me?
Yes.
Very well. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Not even a problem. You're not even one time do you have to worry about falling off the thing. It's just clink, 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 all the way up. Literally, you have carved a path into the ice and left a line behind to hold on to. I'm not even going to require anyone else to make an athletics check to get up this thing. The only way you could have made this easier if you hired a Sherpa.
Can we still do that? I don't want to carry my pack.
I'm going to step back and just say ladies first to all the rest of the party, and I would like to go last.
I'm going to gesture then to Gurf to go first.
Since I'm on his back, I'm going to just like poke on his head and point towards it, and then just like start, 5 feet up it and work my way over.
It's no problem for you. You make it all the way up. Everyone reaches the top of that, and you start making your way up the switchbacks. It's a very quiet night here. And it's kind of a little bit of slow going. It's kind of that feel of walking on ice that is uphill, though. And it's nothing too dangerous. There's plenty of building to grab onto as you're going, but, you worry one slip and you're going to bang something pretty hard. When all of a sudden, I'm going to need a perception check from you guys.
It's better.
22.
22.
24.
Come on, don't fail me now. Ooh,
Not even
6.
cheating.
10.
10 is not going to do it, nor is that 6.
There you go. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
You gave me your bad luck, Rolf.
I'm afraid that 2 of our stalwart adventurers, Harvey and Daphne, did not hear this one coming. Above you, one of the roofs, all the snow starts falling off and comes rushing down onto your heads. Only 3 of you actually heard that one coming ahead of time and are able to dive out of the way. Daphne and Harvey, I'll let you guys give me a dex roll to try and get out of there in time, but otherwise you're going to take the full force of this.
Could I attempt a prestidigitation to try to, like, divert it a little bit?
A little bit? That's going to be really fast here. Go ahead and give me a dex 1 as well to see if you can do it quick enough.
I was going to say, I also prestidigitation and druidcraft, so I can maybe turn it into water instead of snow.
You can.
You want me? Can I do that?
Absolutely. You want to give me a dex as well to make it fast enough, because this is happening like an instant.
Well,
I ended up with a 10. I don't think that's going to do it.
Not quite.
Yeah.
4. You are scrambling to get out of the way.
Sorry, guys.
And both of you turned at the same time, bumping into each other, thinking, "Oh, I have an idea," and that didn't go so well.
17 on the deck save.
dirty
Harvey.
20 on the deck save.
You guys can't hear things very well, but however, your cat-like reflexes have saved the day. You only get hit with some of the snow as it comes pounding down on your heads. Everyone here is going to take about 3 points of, well, I guess this is frosty damage.
Wait, we all take what?
3 points of damage. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You guys were ducking out of the way faster, but you didn't take the full force, just got caught with a bit of it. As you take a look, you realize that this didn't just have snow in it. There was rocks inside that stuff. And maybe a few shingles on top of that. But as you look up, you see that the snow looks like it has fallen off the roof, but it looks like there's a giant shovel imprint at the tip that got the whole thing started. However, there's no one around.
No, that was a little more painful there than I thought. But we're almost to the top there, fellas, and time waits for snowman.
Can I throw a snowball at him?
Snowman.
I'll allow
I'm gonna throw a snowball at you.
I'll just take it. I deserve it.
Snowmen are no joke. Very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Many a dwarf has died trying to build a snowman.
Yeah.
You could call that snowman's land.
Can I also throw a snowball up at the roof where the... I'm ignoring you. Can I throw a snowball at the roof where... the shovel mark, where it looks like...
Sure.
Okay.
What are you trying to aim for?
I'll just see if it hits anything, I suppose. Maybe behind the roof, or...
Sure. You chuck it up there. Go ahead and give me a throw.
Just...
That'll be your dex, basically.
Okay. Oh, 17.
17. It is a spot-on snowball. And the one you hit Harvey with. It sails up, hits the top, splatters. That's about it.
Okay. Okay.
You guys gonna continue to make your way up the hill now?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. You guys make it around the first bend, and thankfully, this road kind of levels out a bit more, so it's a bit flatter, a bit easier to travel down. As you're walking about halfway down the street, though, you notice that in between a shoemaker's shop and a general store, there is an alleyway. And there is just stone steps cutting through the swaths, leading up to the next section that is blessedly clear of all ice. You could make a shortcut here and cut your way across, or you could keep going around on the ice path. But go ahead and give me a insight check.
Everybody?
Everyone.
Okay.
Ooh, I am half decent at these.
16.
Ooh,
11.
no, I'm
Natural
not.
20.
Yeah!
11.
Woo!
It's a 15, I guess.
Okay.
It's still wiping snow out of my eyes.
Who beat 14? Okay. You four, take one look at that alley. Well, let me do it this way. Harvey and Leo, you two take a look and say, ooh, shortcut. The rest of you take a look. Ooh, an alley to be murdered in.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go down the alley anyway.
I mom arm out to like hold them back. Like, whoa. This is a classic Lauren.
Oh, what, you scared?
I'm just saying, don't run into it.
I mean, that surprised him, right? The murderer?
I mean, if we're being perfectly honest, it looks a little isolated from the elements.
He can go first on the alley.
I'm so sorry.
I'm just gonna push Harvey forward. Yeah.
Harvey leading the charge down the street now. You guys aren't even a few steps down when one of the doors on the side of the building opens up, and 3 men seem to pile out, and they stand at the steps well above you, and one just looks down and says, "Toll, coin or your life."
Oh, we already know what's happening
Can I
here.
throw a coin at him? And a snowball?
And I'll extend my hand. Oh, hi there, Harvey Bee Honey Maker here. I don't actually make the honey. The bees do a little beekeeper humor there.
I'm gonna chuck a hand axe at the guy who he's trying to shake hands with.
So all of these things, we've got coins,
Can
snowball,
that be a help?
an initiative here.
Advantage?
Who moved first?
Well, I assume those two do first.
No. This is entirely by initiative.
Oh!
Everyone just had seen that. We all have our own ideas of what this needs to be done. I just want to see what order it happens in.
Oh, dear.
Dirty 20?
11.
11?
No.
Oh, no. No.
3. That's gonna be a 3.
That's a 3 from Alex. What was yours there, Gurf?
Dirty 20.
You're the dirty 20.
Yep.
Okay. First things first is an axe goes flying over your head as you begin to say, "Hi, I'm Harvey." Quickly followed by a snowball with a coin in it, was it?
I'm just gonna look over and go, that's a bit much. We don't know these people.
I don't like spending money.
The first an axe goes flying down there. The guy goes, "Oh crap!" and he ducks down, and it goes over his head. And as it does, he peeks back up and gets hit in the face with a snowball.
Harvey's still just standing there, hand out.
He looks furious. He's like, "Kick him!" And the other 2 guys push barrels down the side of the alleyway, and they come rolling down at you. I'm going to need some quick reflexes here to try and get out of the way of that. Yeah. Or maybe some sort of heroics.
Actually, I'm going to fly up 10 feet.
Just on command, you just decided to start flying?
I forgot we're 7th level. Yeah, my bees grab me by the shoulders, and I can fly. I have a fly speed.
So hand out, "Hi, I'm Harvey," and then I arrive.
So you get to create situations to subject
Does
us
that
to.
create any frightening effect to these guys? Because that would be horrifying.
Oh God, yes.
Not the bees.
This strange, half Canadian, half Wisconsin man with his obsession of bees as they swarm around him, lift him into the skies. He looks there smiling at them with his hand out. Hi.
like still going for the handshake.
However, this in no way intimidates the barrels. So Harvey has just lifted himself out of the way of the barrels. He's perfectly fine. Unfortunately, this continues on. Gurf, I'm going to say you were next in line there.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and dodge it since I have danger sense. I assume I can see them, so I would get advantage on that. So
It's just an athletics. The next 3 is Lori. I'm sorry, Leo. Leo was next in line there. What are you going to do?
I would like to cast Druidcraft again and do a puff of wind to maybe just push him against the walls or something. Just kind of push him.
Okay. That's interesting. Anyone else have anything to do before I get the barrels to start reaching you?
Can I cast thaumaturgy and make my voice boom and just have it say, "Do not anger the bees"?
I like this. I like this quite a bit. What about Rolf?
I'm gonna get hit by a barrel. Let's be honest here.
I do not perceive the barrel, but the barrel shall perceive you. Leo, I'm gonna need a roll. Give me odds or evens here. Even is good.
Okay, so I just a roll. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
D20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, and I don't add anything.
No, just odds or even. It's just complete
7.
chance. 7. Okay, that is an odd number. So this did not work out quite as well.
Okay.
You give that hard gust of wind against the barrels to try and stop them. And this alleyway is fairly narrow, so that gust actually has a bit of oomph to it. It's not going anywhere else. It hits the floor of the stairs and it pushes up. It hits the barrels, which are then launched further into the air by the gust of wind to soar over all of your heads, except for Harvey, who was flying in the air. Harvey, can you even make a dex check in the air?
I would say it maybe a disadvantage. I have a fly speed of 10 feet.
I'm going to say that's a disadvantage. That's very reasonable. The number is 13.
Oh dear, I'm proficient in that at least.
Sorry.
I got an 18 on one die and a 2 on the other.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry.
If only the 18 were on both of them, I guess. I don't know. I'm afraid that those barrels come flying through the air and smash into you as the voice booms out, "Beware the bee god." Do not anger the bees. And then the barrel comes flying into the air to smash into you. You are going to need to take...
Yep.
5 points of bludgeoning damage as 2 barrels, one after another. On the upside, they then go flying past over everyone's head, and even Ralph back there, quivering, waiting for his barrel beating, has to look around because no barrels have come for you.
Just gonna look up. Sorry about that.
I see that the barrels bounced over Rolf. It was like, don't worry, I took the beating for you.
All right, I don't feel as
I
bad
can't even be
now.
mad at you.
I feel a bit bad.
I don't
He's
feel
fine.
bad.
He's feeling fine.
He's
if he can-
fine.
yeah.
He's fine. Yeah, he's good.
When he stops, we'll worry.
He'll walk it off. I'm sure he'll be all right. As the barrels go rolling past, and the guys at the above you on the stairs start laughing, ha! And then they see that you're still standing there. They don't appear to have had a plan for anything past this part.
Okay, why don't we call it a mulligan? You go inside. We're just gonna go.
Gonna prep another hand axe.
Do I
the
see
leader,
that? Do I
the
see
hand
that?
axe part?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She's just chucked. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
I'm
not a
just gonna-
discreet person.
I'm just gonna put my hand on the hand axe and push it down and say, "Don't you dare!"
Ralph, at your words, one of the guys who had pushed it just turns and starts heading back inside, and he's gone. Leader doesn't even notice. He's like, you still, you still have to pay the toll. He looks over at his friend, and they nod. And he looks over at the other one, and he's gone. And he's like,
I threw
he's
you
looking
a
a little
coin.
nervous.
I threw you a coin.
You can pick it up. It's right there in the
Yeah.
snowball.
I think it hit your face, actually.
The other guy reaches down, and he picks up the coin. I'm like, oh, okay.
Have a
And
good
he
one.
leaves.
Peace.
Nice meeting you.
Later.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
All right.
Does anybody know where my hand axe went?
You donated it.
I'm
Do
gonna
we-
say, yeah, like back him up like an idiot.
Do we see the hand axe?
Yeah,
As you guys make your way
around?
up the stairs, you do find that there's a hand axe embedded in the wall behind them.
I'm gonna use.
Mhm.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I just like yank it out and I like chuck it underhand back at him. I was like, here you go.
No, you threw it back to him. Ah, people. Okay.
We are trying to walk to a house. Let's...
Exactly. Listen to the silly wizard, okay?
I should not be the voice of reason. This is I'm furious.
Well, you guys make your way, finally cut your way out of the alleyway there and see that it just cuts right back onto the street. The ice river is indeed stopped right there. It's like it just cuts off, ignoring the alleyway entirely. You have made it through your shortcut, although it does raise the question of how much shorter this actually was. But enough of that. You guys start making your way back up the street, and you find that you're at the final switchback. And there seems to be a bit of a problem with this one. Whatever caused this icy river seems to have poured out right here. And the entire street is basically an explosion of frozen ice spikes as it came rushing around the bend, slammed into the buildings, and then just kind of exploded and froze in midair. It is nothing but a wall of spikes before you. How are you going to get over it?
I am pondering my character sheet deeply right now.
I'm gonna go
Somehow.
up to the closest spike and pull out my warhammer and try hitting it real hard.
Go right ahead. Give me a swing.
All right. Do you want like a strength additional to that, or?
Of course.
Okay, cool. That would be a blackjack 21.
Oh, solid hit. Give us the strength on that one. I'm sorry, the damage.
Okay, that is 6.
Well, it was what was that, a hammer?
Hammer, yeah.
A wise choice on the ice. The 6 does smash into it. It does crack off the spike, and it falls to the ground and starts sliding past you down the street.
So this is a wall of spikes that we have to get past to the other side?
Pretty much, yeah.
I can still fly. How tall is this wall?
Oh, it only goes up 15 feet.
I fly up 15 feet, and I'll set another rope.
Once again, the beekeeper just flies over the obstacle, throwing a rope down the side. Give me a quick survival, make sure it's tied up.
I was about to say, I've got 3 minutes of this a day. I'm using it. Not one. I'm not using it.
That was a 1. A 1-1. A true 1.
That is the onest one that ever won.
You have an unfortunate problem here. You see, as you flew over them, the bees lifting you up, you're on top of a hill on a very cold night. And the wind gusts over. And it wasn't too strong a wind specifically, but those poor bees in this freezing cold, they kind of get blown off of you for just a briefest of moments. And in that briefest of moments, you plummet down onto a wall of spikes you'd just flown over.
I'm going to die before we even get in this
imagining it
house.
like Pachinko. Like he's like ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Give me a quick dex to try and grab something. I guess I would consider this one an athletics, actually.
So if we're going dex, then it's a 19. If we're going athletics, it's a 16.
Well, either way, you actually rolled very well there, so you're holding up. You fall down. You only take about... What is this? 2 points of damage for piercing. And you manage to stop yourself by basically having your feet holding on to one spike and your hands stretching out to another one. So you're basically a rubber band across 2 spikes there, named Harvey. Anyone else have any bright ideas?
So, are you good?
Be careful up there!
I'll be okay. Just help quick.
So how many... It's not feasible that I could just smack all these spikes. Like, there's just so many.
It's just too big, and you are on a time limit.
Davy, you have...
I was
Anybody
going to
have
say,
fire?
Yeah, I was gonna say I could try a
Uh,
sacred flame like a hole through it, so we could just walk straight through.
Oh.
I can try Druidcraft again, make a little hole as well. Maybe
Yeah.
you do it first, and then I
Yeah,
can.
I'll start and you form it around. Like
Yeah.
I'll make the. I'm gonna cast
Well,
sacred flame.
DM, what? Just how much fire do we need here? Are we talking Sacred Flame? Are we talking Druidcraft? Are we talking Fireball?
Well, if you're trying to go right through it, that's like a fireball's worth of damage. If you're trying to climb over it and make your way again, Sacred Flame and a Druidcraft could pull something off here, but it's going to take some time.
Yeah, we gotta be there by midnight.
Yeah. Let's expedite this one. I'm gonna fireball a hole through it.
All right.
I step back.
Step back as well.
I try to not aim directly at our poor beekeeper.
Ready.
Side
Like
low.
beneath him. Right? You're not going to aim at the beekeeper, you're going to go lower than that.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping to have him off the wall before I started shooting things
Put your
at
arms
it.
out to catch him.
I was curious what you were exactly going to do with the beekeeper who's stuck up on a bunch of spikes, but I wasn't going to stop you. That would be a bad DM.
Well, okay. Before you do that, maybe I could do Druidcraft with a little bit of flame and just melt the top of the spikes, so that the beekeeper can basically fall off of it, so he's not stuck up there.
Try and make a path for our beekeeper to get to.
Yeah, and then
That's a
you
good
can
idea,
do
yeah.
Fireball. Yeah.
I walk away for
That's
2
fair.
seconds and I'm getting fireballed.
We're only fireballing you so you
Almost.
don't get stabbed.
It's a fireball of love. Got it.
So basically, I
ball.
just in my hand, and just the top of the spikes are gonna melt.
Create a little.
All right,
like a
Harvey,
slot.
you have a bit of an easier way getting down there now, as it's less spiky ball of death, and
No, they're just round.
Yeah.
They're not spiky anymore.
Like a luge.
a loofah.
Send them down.
All right. So then I will wait until Harvey's free, and then I'll just blast a hole.
You just chuck a fireball right in there. Give me the damage on that puppy.
8d6. All right, let's do 7 plus 6 is 13. Plus 7 is 20. That was 6. All right. 27. 27 damage.
27 damage. That is a solid boom. Real quick question. Did anyone move out of the way? I assume you're not next to the icy ball, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I said I moved backwards.
Yeah, me too. I said I
I'm
moved
probably
Just took a few steps back away from it. Gave the
I'm
lizard some
probably as
room.
close to Rolf as comfortable. But I just, like I said, I just put down my goggles and all right, let's see it.
Goggles are
All
gorgeous.
right.
Sliding down it, aren't I?
No,
You-
you
No,
already
we
gone
waited for
back.
you to get off.
Yeah.
yes.
And I grab you by the back of the shirt and I pull you back with me.
Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you.
I've had,
Ralph,
roasted
that was
beans
a
and good.
solid
so.
fireball right in the center of it. The whole thing kind of just cracks, crumbles, and a bunch of water comes gushing down, and the whole thing kind of falls into itself.
Look at you being useful.
And then
Don't
starts
be useful.
sliding down the street.
Oh no. Never mind.
The spikes?
The parts, the ones that didn't break apart or get melted, it's basically water, slush, and icy spikes coming down the street at you now.
I deserve this.
I am
We just
going-
jump out of the way?
There's not a lot of way to get out of.
I
It's-
fly back up.
I'm gonna dig a hand axe into the wall, as high as I can, and just hold on for dear life, I guess.
All right. Leo? Kel? I'm sorry, Daphne?
Was anybody
gonna-
near me?
Let's see, who would have been near you?
Was Daphne
I think-
near me? Or...
Yeah, but
I
that's
think
probably
Daphne
near
was
you.
with you. Yeah,
I'll
Daphne was with you.
I'll grab Daphne's arm as well to hold.
And
on.
I'll let you grab me and I'll clap my hand on your shoulder and give you guidance in case we have to make any checks.
Nice. Amazing.
All right. That leaves Leo and Rolf. You guys were up close and you don't have much time.
All right. So, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'll wait to go last.
Okay. So I would like to use prestidigitation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On the stone where I'm standing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And heat it up. Okay. So that
Okay.
any ice that passes over it melts.
Okay.
So I'll get hit by water, but I don't. But any ice that passes over it will melt.
On the stone you're standing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you got for me, Ralph?
I am fully exalting and having done something useful, and I do absolutely nothing as just the ramifications of my own actions just wash down upon me.
Ralph turns back to exclaim how great he is to you and how useful he is.
I'm looking at all of them, my hands spread wide.
Can I grab him?
Sure. As you're doing so, because you already did your prestidigitation, you realize he's doing that, and all the stuff starts sliding into you, and you're reaching over to grab him now.
Yeah.
All right.
And as I do, I cast guidance on you. So there you go.
It would not be not athletics, but acrobatics, I believe. No, that's not here. Sorry, I'm getting the games mixed
No,
up. again.
acrobatics is right.
Yeah, acrobatics.
Athletics is going up. Acrobatics is going down. That's the way
Okay,
I
I'm
look
going to
at
need a
it.
bit of acrobatics to try and stay on your feet for Leo and Rolf here as it hits you
Okay.
first.
Oh no!
8.
3.
3.
Oh.
You grab out to hold on to Rolf because he needs your help, and it turns out heating up a rock beneath your own feet to melt ice had some drawbacks there. First one, ice is moving too fast for it to all melt.
Okay.
However, it is too hot for you to stand on. At the same time, well, if it's going to melt ice.
Doesn't take that. Okay. Go ahead. It's fine. Whatever.
Well,
No, keep going. Keep going. It's fine.
so you've kind of losing your footing. You grab onto Ralph. Ralph, unfortunately, is not, how should we put this, most sturdy of men. His stance is not going to be able to hold him there as he starts giving way and both of you start sliding down the street. Harvey, you're doing great. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Well, that looks like a consequence there.
Gurf, I'm going to need a strength check from you as the slush and snow starts hitting into you and trying to pull you under like an undertow.
Oh dear. Oh, I have advantage on. Oh no, I don't. Yep, that's an 8.
That's an 8. Gurf, you lose your grip on that axe. There is other building as you're starting to slide past it, but you were kind of Daphne's anchor there, and now that she doesn't have one, what you two are just holding hands as you slide down in a river of ice.
You cast guidance.
Yeah,
on
I
me.
guided you.
Oh, okay. So, sorry. What does guidance do? What do I?
So that's a D4 to ability checks.
Okay. So, and then a D4 to ability check. So it might be more. Also, was it a saving throw or just a check?
A saving throw.
Oh, okay. So then actually it's an 11, a 12.
Because you are definitely trying to save something here.
Yeah, it's a 12. So.
12. Okay. Well, losing your grip on your axe, you immediately grab onto the porch instead, holding onto one of the posts in a very heroic and non-scurry-up way. Lauren, are you able to hold on to Gurf, though?
I can certainly roll to see. I like to think that I lift, is it like a wall of water coming past us? Could I lift my feet up so there's less resistance? I'm just kind of weighted in
it's
the
kind
water
of like,
behind him.
It's like almost like a mudslide of ice and slush just going. It's like an undertow. It's going to cut their feet out from underneath you.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna try to keep my feet. I'll be holding on to his buff arm, and I'm gonna try to make my body really straight, so the water just kind of goes past me and doesn't.
Going boneless on us.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna go limp.
Yeah, awesome. Go ahead and give us a roll for that.
All right. The straight roll is 9. You want me to add anything to that?
Yes, it'll be your strength saving throw.
Okay. That's a +0, so it's just a straight 9.
It's just straight 9. You are starting to slide down his very buff arm. Gurf, you have anything you can do to save the other person on the other end of this?
Can I just try and pull her back up more?
Straight up strength it and just...
Yeah, just strength it back up.
the building in one hand, Daphne in the other.
Do the
Like
Captain
a Captain
bicep curl.
America.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Defeating the force of nature through sheer force of will and strength.
Yeah, that's a 1.
You don't.
I'm just gonna be like, never let go.
I immediately let's go.
Sometimes you forget which hand that you want to be holding on to something with, and then it's both. And
You
it's
like flex the
hard.
pole hand, not the hand holding me.
It's very complicated. It's hard to do two things at once.
It is.
Okay.
It is very hard.
Two things at once.
It is.
And you go sliding right off.
I'm just letting it happen.
Goodbye.
As that happens, though, Gerf, Leo and Kel here start sliding past you.
Oh man.
If you'd like, someone could make a shot and try and hold on to something here.
You mean Leo and Rolf?
And Rolf.
Rolf, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're together. Thank you.
Can I pull my longbow and try to pin one to a wall? Like,
Please don't shoot
in
me.
my
I just think
head.
it's gonna be a bad idea.
it's going through like the shirts and like
Or
pegging
his
to a wall.
wizard cape.
or
Oh my God,
or,
please.
or giving him something to grab onto, like the
Please
shaft
don't
of
do
the
it.
arrow.
Please.
In my head, this is awesome. This is a great plan. It's going to be just great. Harvey, go ahead and give me your shot with the bow there.
Please don't shoot it at me.
I got the sharpshooter feet. Come on.
As Harvey pulls out his bow, Leo looks up. Oh, God, no. Don't do this.
Hold on. So it's 16
No, Leo is
plus
just-
8, 24.
Oh.
24. It's a straight shot. One moment here. Gerf, what were you about to do as they were sliding by you?
My arm is just out there, so if anybody grabs onto it, I will pull back in. But I since I kind of just let go of Daphne, it's just kind of there. So if they want to grab onto me, I'll reflexively pull in. But other than that, yeah.
Okay. So it's just dramatically, your arm is out dramatically as you have just lost someone.
Yeah,
As for the appropriate length of time.
My brain does not work as fast as this is going right now. It's much slower than.
This isn't a glacial mudslide. It's really quite slow.
Oh yeah, now my brain does not work that fast.
Okay, cool.
Like, I'm processing whether or not Daphne just disappeared in my brain right now. So, yeah.
If Leo grabs on it, you're gonna call them Daphne.
Oh, yeah.
Harvey, you just fired an arrow. It got Rolf right in the cloak, pinned to the floor, and it stops him just a little short. I'm just going to assume that, yeah, Rolf, you stop. Leo slides a little bit further, right next to Gerf.
Gerf.
Yes. So you guys just, he's there, dramatically, no! And then you just show up.
Oh.
So did I grab onto him? Is that what?
Yeah, you were holding on to Leo. I'm sorry, Leo was holding on to Rolf.
Okay. So am I stopped then? Are we all stopped?
You are all stopped. However, you are missing one Daphne.
Yeah, Daphne's just like, goodbye.
Could have sworn there was a Daphne here.
Can I try the arrow thing one more time? I can.
God, I hope you do.
Okay. I can
Daphne just
attack
yells, "I'm
targets
not
up to
wearing a cloak."
600 feet away.
I am not wearing a cloak.
13 plus 8, 21.
Oh my God, you did it twice?
Blackjack.
Harvey, pulling it out at the very last moment here. 2 arrows pinning 2 different heroes, and slowly, after a few moments, the ice and the water slushes past everyone, and you find yourself standing in the middle of a frozen street once again, covered in water and slush.
At this point, my bees, they're only good for a minute, would slowly start to settle me down. Sorry, guys, I try not to use my archery to solve problems more than I have to. There are some drawbacks.
See, the rest of you should learn from this. This is what good old-fashioned hard work gets you. Good man.
What was
I'll give
that?
him a clap on the back.
Daphne can't hear from where she is. Way downhill.
I hear the ghost of Daphne.
Dead. Come get me, you idiot! I'm stuck in the ground. I have a 0 strength, so Daphne is like struggling to get this bolt out of her skirt.
I'm gonna
So-
wander towards the voice. Okay.
I'm gonna stand up and grab the arrow out of Rolf's cloak, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just like thrust it back at Hobby. That was dangerous.
This is all from the ice flow. I did not wet my pants.
This is all water.
Taking the arrow, stick it back in the quiver. I appreciate you. You're doing good work there.
Daphne's like struggling with her arrow, like I'm gonna get it any second now. It's gonna come right out of the ground.
As I get over there, I'll just yoink the arrow out of the ground and help Daphne up.
I loosened it for you.
Why'd you let go of my arm?
I said never let go. You were supposed to hold on.
It could have been a good moment for us.
Maybe it's not meant to be.
I feel like we never connect.
One day.
Let's walk to the old man's house. Let's
Leah's already off walking, to be honest with you. She is done with you guys. So she's walking, they're walking up to the manor.
Daphne's trying to like deliberately walk faster than Gur so that they're not walking in sync and have a moment because they're not meant to be. So she's trying to avoid any entanglement.
Okay. I appreciate trying to avoid any possible love triangles that might ensue from what just happened, as that
I
feels
will-
both awkward and inappropriate.
I will
don't even know who the
collect
third
my-
is.
I will
Harvey for
collect my
saving you,
other-
obviously.
Oh no, it's me, obviously.
There you go.
I have a big crush on Daphne.
Yeah, I'm trying to actually catch up to Leo.
Yeah,
That's
Obviously.
who my moments need to be with.
exactly.
You guys make your way up the frozen road, and it graciously just finally stops and turns to stone. As you look up, you see that there is a large 10-foot wall ahead of you around the manor at the top of the hill. It has a wrought iron gate in the front, and to the left, a small guardhouse with a shutter on the outside of the wall. It is closed, barred, but there is a light shining out of it.
I'll go over and I'll knock on the door to the guardhouse.
As you head over there, your feet crunching in the snow, wind blowing over the top of a hill in the middle of a bunch of plains. You knock on the door and you hear, yeah. And there's some stumbling, and eventually someone's fidgeting with a latch on the backside of that. And they open it up, and they look at it. Who are you?
Oh, I am here to see Scrooge.
the fuck? Where is he?
What?
I'm here to see Scrooge.
Lord Scrooge?
Mm-hmm.
It's the middle of the night. Why are you here?
Expecting us.
He can expect you tomorrow.
Are you sure you want to be the one to tell him that? I heard he is quite scary.
He's terrified, and I know I'm not going to be the one who wakes him up in the middle of the night because...
Oh, we'll be the one waking. Or you can be the one to explain to him tomorrow that you didn't let us in. I'll let you make that choice.
You're not the first salesman to come in and try that pitch on me.
Do I look like I'm selling anything?
He looks behind you at all the other people strewed behind. 4 of you are soaking wet in the freezing cold. 2 of you have holes in your clothing where bolts went through it. Other one has bees swarming around him at any one time. And the other one looks like a surly dwarf. Like, lady, I don't know what you look like, but you're not getting in here. Come back tomorrow.
Can I knock on the door again? Can I come up?
I'm going to step to the side.
What?
Can I cast Charm Person? I would like to cast Charm Person.
Go ahead.
All right, they have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
While they're making that
What
soul,
is my save?
15.
15. All right.
while they're doing that, Daphne's on the side like, they're so cool. I can do that. Why didn't I think of that? Ah, man.
I only got a 13. So you have charmed the guard.
Perfect.
Also, charm him so he knows that this is just water, it's not pee.
Seconded.
Nobody believes you.
And while this is going on,
it's a
Harvey's going to
spell,
stick
give me
out his
this.
hand.
Wait a minute. I was below you on the water. Did you? This is very important. Did you wet yourself?
Let's go tell this guy about ghosts and...
You know, I'm just gonna. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. Just don't touch anything. Okay, so
That'll happen to Ralph.
I think the warm patch hit my mouth.
I'm gonna talk to the. What's your name? To the guard.
Roland. And he's kind of just drifting a little bit here. He kind of looks like he's almost asleep, actually.
Open the gate for us, please.
Oh, yeah, sure. I guess. Yeah, hold on. He shuts that. He moves around, comes out the side door, and starts fiddling with the gate. How much does Charm Person give you control over him?
Regard you as a friendly acquaintance.
I guess it's your interpretation of how far a friendly acquaintance would be willing to go.
So it's just easier to persuade him, I guess.
Yeah, it's more than enough to get him into the gates, though. That'll be just fine. He's fiddling with the gate here, and he pops the lock, and he shakes it a bit because it's clearly kind of cold iron frozen together here. And he pops it open, and he swings it open for you. All right. Tell him. Am I supposed to let someone know that you're here?
Oh, Roland! No, of course not. You don't remember our conversation earlier.
No.
That's okay. Nope, we're good. We'll just go right in. Thank you.
Oh. Well, you're welcome.
Go back to sleep. It's late.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And he walks back into his guardhouse and shuts the door behind him.
Hey, real fast. Just for fun.
What? Huh?
Just for fun. Let's trade every single item of clothing. Buddy.
Hey,
Do you want me to ask him nicely?
Yes.
Hey, Roland, do you have an extra pair of clothing in that guardhouse of yours?
What? No. Why would I have extra clothes? Just have my uniform on.
You have no other clothes.
Oh, back at home.
Can I have your jacket, please?
Okay.
Okay, and I throw it at Rolf here.
He just takes off his jacket and hands it to you. No problem.
Cover up the pee.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that jacket from you and then wrap it around your waist and tie it like a kid in elementary school who peed his pants.
With like the long part in the front.
Yeah, the long flap in the front.
The long flap in the front.
Harvey will stick out his hands. Oh, hi there, Harvey Honeymaker. And just give the whole spiel again.
The whole thing all over
Too
again.
sleepy to care.
What Gurf doesn't realize is Rolf is completely wet head to toe. So he's just covering one of the wet parts of him.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You guys are able to walk past the guardhouse and have stolen a cloak on the way. Or jacket, I should say. You guys step over and just a little bit further down, you take a look and you realize that there is only one real building here, and that is the manor sitting on top of the hill. It is 3 feet of imposing stone and iron, and it is really kind of an impressive sight. The entire thing seems to almost have been built straight out of the rock on the bottom, because the first floor is mostly made of stone. 3 stories up, you can actually see that it is... Some of the shingles actually look like they're not really repaired. There's a few holes and patches missing. It is an impressive structure, but old, to say the least. Up top, there is a small bits of smoke coming out of a chimney and a small dying light in one of the windows. Go ahead and give me a quick insight.
Everyone?
Yes.
All right.
10.
10.
25.
Dang.
15.
This is your game there.
Only when I'm not climbing ice walls.
Yeah.
22.
Also,
22.
Barrels.
What's
also
that?
25.
25.
15.
15. Okay. Well, Then,
Oh, 23. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay.
Harvey, Leo, and Rolf, all three of you realize that, if that dying light this late in the evening, it's most likely from a fire someone left burning down in their bedroom on the fireplace. It's the sort of thing that thieves would know about to know where the master bedroom would be located. Not that any of you have any history with that or anything.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna ask everyone to come in for a huddle. Like, let's talk this out. Let's make a plan. So, what's the play here?
I
don't like it when we huddle because I'm just down here at everybody's crotch, and it's
You want us to kneel?
yeah. Let's do like
I get onto my knees.
I'm not kneeling. You'll be fine. Okay, so I'm sorry. You said something
I'm
about
kneeling.
the fire, and
I'll kneel.
I'll kneel as well.
I'm not kneeling.
Stop that.
Remind me what you said about the fire, DM, please.
The smoke and the light most likely it's most likely coming from a fireplace that has some dying embers left to it. That someone
Where
left.
do we see that?
It's up, you see the fireplace coming off the roof, of course. The smoke coming out of the roof, of course, through the chimney. But the light is coming in from the third floor.
Okay, so we're still outside, but we got into the gate, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's just go up to the front door.
But hold on. But do we want to wake Scrooge? Is my question, because according to the ghost, I'm assuming we just need to make sure he gets spoken to.
Mm-hmm. He said to he'd get to his bedroom before midnight.
That's totally what I heard there. Like there's going to be like a ghosty or three that's going to come and say hi to him, and there's going to be like things that are trying to make him like not do that. So yeah, we should probably get in there and make sure the ghosts talk to him.
I mean, he's going to be awake either way, right? I mean, I really don't see. Let's just barge in there.
Question before we start. Why are we here?
We're doing a home invasion to make him a good person.
You remember the see-through fellow? The one with the chains?
With the chains. Rattle, 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 rattle.
I totally thought I was hallucinating from that soup. Oh, thank God you guys saw that.
The soup was just bad.
Why don't we do a lap? Let's case the place, see if there's maybe a back door or something we don't have to, bash down.
That's a great idea, and I go up to the front door.
Or whatever.
Yes, the goal was to make it to the bedroom before the final strike of midnight.
Can you tell how close it is to midnight?
Not really, unless someone has a watch.
And the bedroom is the second floor?
Third floor.
Third.
Survival to check like the position of the moon.
Can that be done?
I don't
Tell the
know.
time of day?
Like you can tell that's how noon works. I don't know how
It's the sun.
my character has survival skills, not me.
Certainly. You should check. Roll your survival on that one.
I'm gonna look to Wolf, though.
27.
27. It's somewhere between 4 p.m. and 4 a.m.
Well, all right. I guess his soul is at stake or something, so it's a little breaking and entering among friends.
Leo, you went to the front door, you said, right?
Yeah, and I look at Rolf. No, you should go look around. I will stay by the front door. I mean, if there's another door somewhere,
Sure, I'll do a perimeter search, see if there's like
I'll go with him.
side
Ralph.
entrance, something.
You start to turn and to make your way around the building, and you notice that there is a light coming from the far side. It looks like it's getting closer. The kind of light that patrols carry.
Oh, that's terrible. All right, we'll run everybody back. Okay, let's just one way or another. We should not be out here.
Yeah,
Be
go.
inside.
Let's go in.
Let's be
in.
inside.
In.
Leo, you
Can I
grab
try
the
opening
door.
the door?
It's not even locked.
I'm gonna, after they open the door, I'm just gonna like run through as though I was trying to barrel through the door.
And Leo just like opens it so you run like into the foyer.
Yeah.
Garf, you do exactly that and end up in the center of the four-way on a very large rug. It is an actually highly impressive foyer. It is 2 stories tall. There are floor-to-ceiling glass windows all along the side with 2 strong pillars right at the center. 2 strong pillars off center, going all the way up to the ceiling. This place is really impressive. But as you take a look around, you notice that it's really kind of uncared for. There's dust on just about everything. None of the candelabras have actual candles in it. Even the little, stands where you'd put a statue of some sort, there's nothing sitting there. It's like no one's taking care of the place.
Is there anything of value anywhere?
Absolutely nothing. You'd have to maybe peel the candelabras off the wall. It's a lot of work, I know, unless you brought your own personal crowbar.
I mean, I do have a crowbar actually in my bag, but I'll just look around. Okay, do we want to go up the stairs?
Yeah, 3rd floor, right?
Yeah, let's go.
3rd floor. Who leads the way up those stairs?
I'll go first.
How dark is it in here?
It is a little darker, but the large windows bring a lot of light into the room for you. So, not as bright as it was quite outside for you, but it's still, visible.
I'll go ahead and light a torch.
Seems perfectly reasonable. Leo, you are the first one to step onto the stairs. Well, as you get closer, I apologize for the map itself. That is, the stairs are winding along the side. Yes. There you go. Down beneath it, actually, in the center, there's actually a hallway that goes underneath, but that's pitch black because you can't see anything there. But Leo, as you step up onto the stairs and begin to climb, you hear a sound. It is the sound of a church bell. The first of 12, in fact, before midnight.
Need to.
Book it.
Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna run up the stairs.
Here, put my hand on the person in front of me, and I'm just like urging him along.
You light a fire under him and you start shoving and pushing. You guys run up to the top of the stairs and you get onto the 2nd floor, looking out over the foyer, and you begin to hear the 2nd bell chime. There is a hallway off to your left, a door off to your right, and another pair of stairs dead ahead of you.
Split up. I'll take directly down.
I'm gonna go up.
As you as you get up there, you look to your left onto that hallway, you see that there's an actual guard standing there. He looks over and you're like, wait, what? And he just stares at you for a moment.
A ghost told us to be here.
It's okay.
What?
Learning from Leo earlier, I'm going to charm person him.
You stop to charm a person. Leo, what are you up to?
I was just gonna go with Daphne and just say, where's Scrooge?
You're going to ask the guard?
Yep, because I mean he's charmed, right?
Daphne, go ahead and what do I need to roll?
So spell saving DC is 14. It's a wisdom save.
14. That did not make that one at all. You hear the 3rd chime.
I
as you
high-five
ask
Leo.
the question of where Scrooge is. He says,
There you go.
"Oh, yeah, upstairs, bedroom, center hall, all the way at the end."
I was like, you look tired. You should take a nap.
Yeah, I should take.
We'll take care of it from here. We'll watch Scrooge.
I'm gonna shout to the rest of the group here.
You hear the
upstairs.
4th bell chime.
Upstairs, come on, everybody, upstairs.
You guys charge your way up those stairs, pounding them one step after another. You grab the railing to spin yourself around as you're charging up another flight after that. As you reach the top, you're hearing the 5th bell chime. There is a hallway right before you and 2 hallways off to the side.
Which one's biggest?
The center one.
Oh,
I run
remind
down the
me
center
what
one.
you said?
You hear the 6th bell. There are 3 hallways. One ahead of you and one off to the sides.
Yeah, but what did the god say? I don't remember.
Central hallway.
Central. Okay, I'm just gonna follow
Went down the
Daphne
center.
then. I'm just
All
gonna
right.
follow Daphne.
Leo, are you still in the front?
Daphne's gonna get.
Yeah, but I think it's
probably ahead of
me and then
yeah.
Leo right behind.
Okay. You guys start charging down the hallway. It's surprisingly good distance here. I'm going to need a quick, what would this be? Athletics for just running all out.
And I'm gonna grab Daphne's hand.
I'm blush a little thinking this is my moment that I could have had with Gurf, but he let go.
15.
Oh, that's a 5.
What is this?
5,
Athletics?
15. Yes, athletics.
12.
I'm
16.
not very.
12.
I trip over my own feet. I'm
16.
distracted by the moment.
Harvey?
Athletics. Nat 20.
Oh.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Harvey
You know,
charges
no big
off
deal.
ahead of everyone else.
Crushing it.
Bees flying off him as he goes.
Terrifying.
Actually, can I get Lauren? Can you make me a strength save? I have an idea.
Okay.
I want you to fail this.
Okay. I rolled a 17.
You passed. Never mind.
Can I choose to fail it if I trust you enough?
It's up to the DM. My bees can push something that fails to save 15 feet. They're trying to keep you with us.
Well, I would not say you need, if she's willing to do that. The bees get behind Lauren and start shoving her forward, who is still holding on to Leo's hand, who's being dragged behind it.
I'm just
As you
like,
charge full speed down the hallway, you hear an 8-bell chime. The door is a double doors at the end of the hall. It is big and it is imposing and it screams master bedroom. What do you do?
I open the door.
At that speed?
Yeah, we got to barrel
Just
in.
gonna
Yeah.
barrel right into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to twist the handle and hope it opens inwards.
Okay.
And,
You speeding down the hallway, Harvey, Daphne, and Leo, trailed by Rolf and Gerf, who just decided to naturally run down a hallway. Peasants. You slam into the door and you grab the handle and twist it as you do, and the whole thing bulges as the three of you are thrown into it. And then it snaps back into place and throws you all to the ground. 10.
Mage hand, bees grabbing the door handle, pulling it out.
Pull it out. The door opens the opposite way. 11.
Into the door.
all right, yeah, I rush in.
Diving into the doorway as you scramble off the ground with Jeff and Rolf coming up behind them. You all dogpile onto each other as you reach into the room and you hear the 12th bell chime and the door slams shut behind you. You've made it.
I start counting people. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody here?
I'm still holding a hand, by the way. I'm just holding on.
Daphne
to
is hyper aware, but trying to play it off by counting people. Like she's distracting herself by counting the people.
Everyone's to be accounted for. Everyone's here. You do have them all. Well, as you settle your way into the frantic drive to get up the stairs, casting spells and bees and flipping doors knobs as you go, you find that you're in a very quiet room, and there's no sound. There is a 4-poster bed in the middle of the room with the curtains drawn. There is a balcony that leads out onto a door that leads out onto a balcony. That's most likely where you saw the light coming from. And there is a small fireplace off to the side with the embers still burning down. In the corner, you see a small desk covered in papers and books.
There's nothing in the bed? There's no people?
The curtains are drawn.
I'm going to open it.
You go over to the curtains and you take a leak, and you can just peek right in and see that there is an old man asleep in the bed. Go ahead, Rolf. Give me a perception real quick.
Leo's just
Perceiver man.
peeping.
Not perceiver man.
10.
10. Rolf, I'm going to say that is just enough due to your highly honed librarian-like instincts. You notice that there is a purple book with some very fancy writing on that desk, and it screams to you that it's arcane.
I'll take a look.
You take a peek over there. The book has some runes on the front. I'm going to need an arcane check on that, though.
You got it. 17.
17. It's a snap for you. But it's not a very happy one, because you notice that these are runes and magic symbols for necromancy. More importantly, Leo, as you have stepped over to the bed, you notice that the old man suddenly starts, and he gets up, and he looks like straight at you. And he's, how did you get in here?
Hello. It's kind of a long story, but I'm just gonna shut the curtains and say, and look back at everybody and like whisper, so he's in there, and he looks fine, and then I'm gonna look back in and just say, sorry about that, and close the curtains again.
To be fair, the door was unlocked, so.
And the other door was unlocked.
Yeah.
And your guards are aware that we're here.
You guys are saying this to close curtains.
Leo, when you look back to open up the curtains again, you realize you never closed them. In fact, your hand passed right through them.
Ghost bed.
And as you're trying to stammer out an explanation, a voice from behind you speaks as clear as the 12th bell. And you spin and you see that there is a woman floating by his door. And she just stares at him and she says, I am the ghost of Christmas past. And Scrooge is kind of flabbergasted, completely ignoring you, and says, long past? And she looks at him and smiles and says, your past. And she floats across the ground in a almost serene way where you're not actually certain her feet are touching. And she goes to Scrooge and says, up, we have much to do this night. Scrooge, completely caught off guard by a strange, semi-transparent woman with a heavenly look to her, appearing in his bedroom in the middle of the night, kind of gets up out of bed and he shuffles his feet into his slippers and he rearranges his cloak, and you see that he kind of pulls around at the medallion of office that sits around his neck and his hat, and says, are we going far? He says, oh, no. And yet, so very far. And she takes his hand. And together, they walk back to the door, walking right through a few of you. And as the door that you just passed through opens, they walk through. And it is a blinding light that, as they step through, they completely disappear. But the door itself remains open to you.
Are we supposed to follow them?
We did it, right? We made sure the ghost.
That was one ghost.
Yeah, I think there's multiple
I mean,
ghosts.
I don't know if I'm going to send one of my bees through the door and see if it blinks anything of
Good
light
call.
too.
It does disappear.
Just like a woman to bring up the past, am I right?
No.
I'm going.
Yeah,
No,
like the time
no, we
you dropped
don't.
me
No,
down
I'm
an
just gonna-
icy river.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
I haven't
let's check it
forgotten
out.
that.
That'll be.
All right, I follow Rolf.
I've never time traveled before. This will be great.
I follow my bees.
All right, you guys step through that door of light. And in a flash, you find yourself standing in a small schoolroom. Cramped desks line the walls in orderly rows, with a teacher at the front drawing on the board. Scrooge and the spirit stand off to the side, looking at the students as they scribble away at their desks. And Scrooge looks around and says, I remember this place. I went to school here. Spirit, why are you taking me to this place? Why am I going to spend all night going back through all of my wasted years? And the spirit stands beside him and says nothing. And after a moment, the students all stand up and head outside following the teacher. Save for one. It is a small boy. And if you squint your eyes and think about it for a moment, he could be Scrooge when he's much younger. And instead of leaving, he goes to the front and is greeted by a strange man. The man has something off about him. His features are too long. His too perfect a face, too long in arms. There's something like he doesn't seem comfortable in his own skin. And he talks to the boy and he begins to converse with him. The boy seems a little hesitant at first until the man begins to offer him something. And Scrooge kind of leans forward to see what was going on and what was being said. He says, I vaguely remember this. And as he watches, the whole room begins to shift. And things begin to get quiet. And suddenly Scrooge and those men and that man remain perfectly still. And from the corners of the room, the shadows begin to stretch and stand up. and 4 shadow-like creatures step forward from the shadows, and all of their eyes turn to you.
Realizing where I am, I would like to fall to my knees and go, "Spirits, why do you torture me? I won't make any more misogynistic jokes, I swear."
Daphne feels a little bad.
Roll me initiative.
"16.
16. That's a good number.
17.
17. Even better.
I'm just hot or cold tonight. 7.
7. Yeah. Anyone else?
I got a 1.
1. Is that a 3?
2.
2. So I'm sorry, I was overestimating your abilities
Oh,
there.
should I add my initiative to my 1? Because it would be a 4 then.
When you roll a 1,
That's
doesn't
what I
really
figured.
matter.
But then he had a 2. I was like, oh, but yeah.
Well, I do
Just the
initiative
1.
a little differently than most people do. I just figure out who goes first before my monsters, let them take a turn. Then I take a turn, and then all of you can just have your turns in any order you want. I don't care. I can run it. But none of you beat my initiative of an 18.
Wow.
So guess who gets to go first? God loves them who roll 16s. Alrighty then. Let's get this party started. Each of those lies, first one's going to step up right here. Oops, don't have that set up right. There we go. First one's going to step up here and come after. Who is that?
That is me, Gurf.
Nason. Gurf, yes. Comes right for you, Gurf. Over on the other side, I'm going to have going after Rolf there. And these two slop and slide over desks
Gross.
to find their way down to here, but they don't get close enough to strike anyone. So I'm going to get 2 attacks here. I definitely missed Gurf. But how about Rolf? Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
I would assume I had something going there. All right, Rolf, you are going to take 7 points of necrotic damage.
All right.
This creature, his hands grab onto you, and they start wrapping around your arms, and he is going to try and grapple you. No, I'm sorry. His attack makes you grappled. You'll need to try and break free of that.
On my turn, though, right?
On your turn,
Okay.
which is now.
Oh. What check would that be?
Strength or what was the other one? Dex, I believe. Either one of your choice.
Oh, they're all so bad. Let's give it a shot. 12.
12. 12 is not quite enough.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that thing holds on to you.
All right.
Alrighty. Who's next?
I would like to take out my warhammer and just smack at this thing that tried to hit me and yell at it, "I hate school!"
So the dropping to your knees part was completely a ploy as you whipped out the hammer and went for the kneecap.
Yeah!
All right. Go ahead and give me your attack.
Alright, so that is a blackjack, 21.
21's definitely going to do it.
And then I need this will be easier to do. So that is 8 damage on that one.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to attack again since I get an extra attack.
Go right ahead.
And that is a 25.
That's definitely going to do it.
Oh, I probably should have raged, but whatever. And that's 10 damage on that.
10 solid hits there, Leah. I'm sorry, Gurf.
And you know what? Even though it's late, I'm gonna rage anyway.
Just so he knows that next time it's going to be even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, who's next?
I'm sorry. Did we tell you our initiatives?
Oh, yes. Sorry. I don't bother too much with keeping track of the initiatives. Your party is... I just keep track of who goes first before my group. You guys can take your turns in any order you want because I find people like to mix that up a lot.
I can go next. I am going to... I feel like when I went through, I went way too far. I did not intend to go that far, so I'm going to move back because I am a squishy. And I am going to brandish my holy symbol, which is a coin. and I am going to turn/destroy undead. I'm going to channel my divinity.
That would be a good trick to play.
Nice.
All right.
Go right
So,
ahead. What is your deity?
My deity is Timora.
Goddess of commerce.
Yep, that's why I got a coin. Because money greases all palms.
And banishes evil.
Yes, exactly. You can pay off any problems, and if you can't, you don't have enough money yet. Just keep trying. So each undead that I can see or hear within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails its saving throw, it's turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. It must spend its turn trying to move as far away from me as it can. It can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me. Also can't take reactions.
Okay, I need a will save of how much?
It is a wisdom saving throw, and my saving throw DC is 14.
14. No. Ooh, one of them made it. Let's see now. That was the last one, so I'm going to go from top to bottom. Well, Rolf, lucky you. The turned undead worked, and the one that was holding on to you makes a book for it.
It's the bottom one that would be.
Oh.
But that's a.
Oh, that is very unfortunate.
I'm just still in trouble. That's all right.
This one runs back to their corners. You have saved everyone from being attacked, except for Rolf. Rolf is the only one still getting messed up here. I'm going to need... Could everyone give me a quick perception check except for Rolf?
Yeah. 16.
25.
What, 25?
Natural 20.
Natural
Nice.
20. And Gerf?
17.
17. Wow. Kind of hard to keep things hidden from you guys. Well,
Also, before you do that, if any of them are below challenge rating 1 or 2, they get destroyed.
Okay. 1 or 2 challenge rating. Yeah, we're good on that.
Okay, so then they're just running from me then.
Yeah, they book it to get away from you. You guys noticed that there was a 5th creature that seemed to have disappeared in the shadows over by where the young Scrooge and that strange creature were talking. But only because all of you can roll perception like a champion.
Which corner was that?
Not in the corner, but over by where the young Scrooge boy
Oh, okay.
and the creature were talking to each other.
So kind of middle back. Got it.
Yeah, over by the front of the classroom. So, who else do we have? Leo, how about you?
All right, so I'm going to pull out my crossbow. And the one in the corner, it doesn't really matter which one, I suppose.
So just none of, as long as it's not the ones that I'm turning, otherwise they won't have to get away from me anymore. So the one that saved, preferably. The one that's still attacking Rolf.
That would be the one at the bottom up.
Yeah, then it'd be a disadvantage for a ranged attack. And all of my stuff is ranged, almost. So I can't hit the ones that you're targeting.
You can. They'll just, if they take damage, they will no longer be running away from us. They'll turn back around and come at us.
So that only lasted 1 turn, though, right?
I think it said 1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute. My apologies.
Well, now I have to think about it. Okay.
Yeah, 1 minute, or until it takes damage. So I gave us space and time.
Those are 2 very important things.
Space and time.
All of it, yours.
Okay, 1 moment here.
If you need another moment to figure out what you want to do,
Yeah,
I can go over to Harvey.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
can jump it. Harvey's going to go ahead and jump up on top of this desk and look over at Rolf. And hey, what kind of subject you think they're teaching here in this classroom?
What kind of subject are they teaching here in this classroom, Harvey?
I was hoping it was science because I'm about to teach them some aerodynamics, and I'm going to take 2 shots. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark at the one that's attacking.
You're saving my life right now.
The lowest is a 22 out of the 2 hits.
Wow, yeah, that'll do it.
First hit is going to be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 3, 14, and 15 points of piercing damage.
Ow! Yes. Is this the one on Ralph?
I think on me.
Yeah, it's the one that's attacking. So it was 1d8 plus the hunter's mark, and then I rolled a 1 for my bee sting.
Wow. Okay. How much
this-
damage is that total?
So that was 15, and then my
15.
second attack is going to be 3, 7, 10. So 25 total piercing damage.
25. 2 arrows plunk plunk into that creature. Of its inky, smoky skin kind of riles as the arrows stick in them, but he holds on to Rolf.
All right. Can I go then?
Go right ahead.
All right. So I'm actually going to move to the middle of the room,
Oh, okay.
and I'm going to use my crossbow on the one that's attacking Rolf there.
Let's see now. I see your character. I can move that over. You want to take a few steps forward there? To about there?
Yep, that's great.
Awesome.
Okay, and then I'll use my crossbow.
Go ahead. Give me a roll.
24
20.
Nice.
That's definitely going to hit him.
Pretty good.
for 10 points of piercing damage.
10 points of piercing damage.
Believe
That
me.
is enough. That thing finally lets go of Rolf here. Withering onto the ground, this it kind of almost deflates / slides back down into the shadows, and it kind of just seeps into the floorboards and disappears, leaving
Can I
behind 3 arrows.
Can I do a perception check to see if Rolf re-pissed himself?
Rolf, give me a courage roll.
Courage.
It's a Constitution save.
You have the jacket, though.
What did you roll?
covering.
Not anymore, I don't.
What did you roll, Rolf?
6?
6. Rolf, as you are fighting there, the inky thing sleeps away from you, but its hands grasping out, grabs the jacket and pulls it off of you onto the floor before it disappears.
I pretend I don't see, out of
Thank you.
politeness.
It was probably the ink monster that left that mark.
Oh.
That's it for my action, by the way.
All right.
All done. I believe that's everyone, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Ralph, have you taken an action? Yes, you did. You
Oh,
tried
I
to
was
break
just
free of it first.
trying to break free. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. Comes back to my turn. Those 2 lies in the corners, well, all 3 lies actually, I guess, because you made all of them run. Each one of them kind of dives into the corners in the shadows and kind of claws at the floor until they kind of just seep back into it and they disappear. But a moment later, those right back where those 3 disappeared, they seep back up as a different lie takes their place. And in the bottom corner, another one appears as well, giving you 4 new fresh creatures coming after you. But they don't get a chance to take an action as they pull themselves into the room. It is back to you guys.
What's going on with old Ebenezer while this is happening?
the weird
The older
long
man
man.
or the young Ebenezer?
Yes.
Well, actually, both of them are mostly just frozen, and they don't seem to be
Okay.
moving at all. No actions are taken. They're not even breathing.
I don't like that dude's steez. I'm gonna annihilate that dude. I think
The
that-
guy up by the front,
Yeah.
talking to young Ebenezer, the
He's
creature.
trying, he's trying to teach him, I don't know, business or something else. Evil, I don't know,
Business.
bad.
Trying to recruit him to the
evil
business course.
So yeah, no,
Working finance.
I'm gonna hit him with a fireball before he can teach him finance.
Seems like a reasonable thing to do.
All right.
What else are you going to catch in that fireball?
I mean, it's just here. So.
I hopefully I would like to just hit, if I could like move the cone, just hit the man and not the young, trying to set as few children on fire as possible today.
A noble goal. A noble goal. All right, fireball all the way down. I think you can hit the corner there, miss hit him, and you might be able to catch the lie behind him. The creature, the smoky creature.
Oh yeah, if
behind
I could hit both, we give that a shot.
Sure.
All right.
Alrighty, I need a reflex save, correct?
Is Fireball like an attack roll, or is it a...
It's a dexterity save.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so it's a dex save from you.
A dex save on my part.
Yep.
So what do I need to roll for my save?
16.
16.
Or
I did
preferably
not make
roll
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So much damage.
90.
So many dice.
All right. Oh, okay, that's 12. 12. Yeah. 12, 18, so 24 plus 18, 34, 40. Why can't I do numbers?
Screw everyone in that corner of the room.
42.
42, thank you.
Yes.
Uh,
42,
uh,
a solid thing there. That immediately will remove one lie from the problem here. And he is just poofed out of the corner. However, you notice that fireball went off, hit that creature, and phased right through him.
I thought it was hitting the person next to Kid
I was
Scrooge.
trying to. Apparently,
Yes.
it didn't do anything.
Oh,
The man standing there with the long features and too long doesn't seem quite right. It phases right through him.
and it hits the other.
hmm
Okay.
Go ahead, Rolf, and give me a quick perception.
I have this plus 3. 12.
12. You almost are able to catch that there is some sort of shadow over there that writhes for just half a second. But it's just in that flash of light, and it's could have just been a trick of the eyes.
When the three of us who had good perception checks, saw the shadow next to, was it older Scrooge? Is that?
The younger Scrooge over by the strange man who's talking with the boy.
There's like another shadow right next to him.
For a half second as the fireball went off, you saw something there.
Okay.
Who's next?
Since I'm raging, I'm just gonna go after the one that's right in front of me. I'm just going for it.
Go for it.
There's
No more
sense
of
to
this
think.
trying to make him think you're surrendering or anything like that.
Exactly. So that is a 15.
Mm-hmm. 15's not going to hit him.
Okay, and then I'll take my extra.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. 15 will hit him. That is the number.
Okay.
My apologies.
Then that is 12 damage from that one, and then I'll take my second attack, and that's not going to be enough. That's only that's only an 11.
Okay, so 12 damage to the one in the corner.
Yep.
For Gurf. Alrighty. Harvey.
All right, I'm gonna let's see. You just shot at that one. I'm gonna hop up here, so to the next desk. And is this who's this next to me?
That would be Leo.
Oh, hey Leo, you ever try blindfolded archery?
No.
You don't know what you're missing, and I'm gonna take 2 shots at this one in the corner.
That was actually kind of good.
No.
Bonus action, moving my my
Took me a
hunter's
moment to
mark.
catch that one.
Oh dear. So nat 1 and
Ooh.
a 17 on the other.
You don't know what you're missing either. Which
my
one were you
second-
aiming for?
The one over here in the corner. So
Bottom left corner.
yes.
Sure thing. One of those arrows lands right into that shadowy thing. The other one passes right through the forehead of young Ebenezer.
Oh dear.
But it passes right through and with no effect.
Okay. I'm gonna roll damage for the shadowy thing, not for the Ebenezer.
You know what turns you into a better person? Watching your younger self die from a random party of
13.
people.
17 points of piercing damage to the shadow.
17 points to the corner. All right, good.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. Who wants to go next?
Okay. Would I be able to remember like which side the other like shadowy figure that kind of goes in and out of vision? Do I remember which like where it is?
Like where in the room?
Yeah. Where in the room is it?
Oh, yes, it's over by that strange man and the young child.
Can I try and just hit over there? Can I use
With what exactly?
a guiding bolt?
A guiding bolt. Is that where you use like a crossbow and?
No.
Oh, it's a magic.
It's a flash of light. Yeah.
Oh, right, druid. Sorry, I don't know druids very well.
That's cool.
A flash of light. Sure. Anywhere in particular you want to aim, because this is kind of a targeted thing.
Well, guiding bolt. Let's see. Do I remember which side of the young Ebenezer the shadow was on? Like, was it on?
It was kind of in between the two a bit.
Well, then I will shoot it right in between the two of them.
Right in between. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you need to roll anything for that, or is it
yes,
just?
It's
Okay.
Oh. Hold on here. 22.
22.
Nice.
That is definitely going to hit. You said it's a bolt of light, right?
A flash of light. Mm-hmm.
A flash of light. Well,
And it does damage, so.
How much damage does it do?
It does 22 points of radiant damage.
22 points of radiant damage. You see that thing go flying across the room, and though it does not hit directly on, it's passing by. You hear a searing, sizzling sound, and you notice for a brief second as it swishes by that whatever that man is offering the child out in his hand, you see that there is a dark shadow over it, and it writhes underneath that light as it just passes by and gets too close to it. And then the light is gone, and it disappears again.
So I didn't hit it.
You didn't quite hit it all, no.
Okay.
All right, I can go next.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to move a little bit further up into the room so I can kind of pin the ones who have not been attacked to the corners, and taking inspiration from Leo because they are the coolest. I am also going to guiding bolt, but I will do so in assistance of Gurf, and I'm going to guiding bolt this one right here.
Okay.
So let me roll. That's a natural 20.
Okay, that definitely hits.
Nice.
Okay, so that's going to be some damage. Let's move these out the way. 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points of damage. And that's doubled because it's a crit, right?
It is.
So that's
this
30.
is creative crits, though, so get a little creative with that. How would you like that to play out?
Okay, so because I critted and I felt bad about getting on Gurf about the joke earlier, I am going to kind of aim it in such a way that it looks like if he is a little dumb, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try to make it look like the guiding bolt like came out of your own arm and hit it, like just kind of go as close past you as possible, so theoretically your arm could have spontaneously exploded this shadow creature.
Whoa.
Oh, that's nice. And very generous of you, as Gurf is hauling back with his hammer once again to bring a blow. His other one's kind of pulling out to bounce, and then this light beam just kind of shoots out from the palm right by and then smacks the thing into the corner, searing it terribly as it writhes against the wall, trying to pull itself away against this thing that has touched it and burned and bubbles away. It collapses to the ground and seeps down into the floor.
I'm amazing! Hey, Daphne! I'm amazing!
Great job, Gurf.
I'm way better than all of you!
Oh, maybe dial it back a little, but that was good.
Thank you for encouraging this. We needed more of that. I was worried he was losing confidence. Alrighty.
Balance.
I believe that is no, yes, you shot a fireball already, didn't you?
Yeah, is that anybody missing?
Nope, I think we got everyone, so it's back over to me.
To do terrible things.
Monstery thing. Rolf, one run's just for you. Another one.
Would that be 30? Has that one been injured yet? Because if so, he can't come towards me.
No, that was the one that was killed and it was replaced.
Oh, it was replaced? Okay. Good point.
One's in the
Touche.
corners fully
Beat me,
ran out of
Magic
the
Man.
place.
Dang it.
Over
tried.
here on this side, one jumps up onto the desk, leaps from desk to charge over here at our Leo. And let's see now. Let's get some rolls going here. That is a... that is complete crap is what it is. 13 against Rolf.
Oh,
well,
13's
okay.
going to do it just fine.
Oh,
Against
I
Rolf or against
apologize.
Leo?
I
Oh,
assumed you were tougher than that. My bad.
I am most certainly not.
19 against Leo?
Oh, dang it, yeah. I was like, no, 13 we're good. But
Can you guys trade these?
yeah.
Trade these.
Yeah.
Hi, do you want
Rolf,
to trade your evil shadow being for my evil shadow being?
We'll shake on it.
Rolf, I do another 6 points of necrotic damage to you and 7 points to Leo. Each one of them jumps on and grabs a hold of both of you. And both of you feel as their tendrily like hands seep into your arm and start clawing into your flesh. And you feel like something in you is being seeped out by them. And each one of you are going to take a little bit of strength damage. That would be 3 points for Ralph and 2 points for Leo.
I pull him closer to me and I say, the joke's on you, some of this is pee.
Okay. After the end of that, those were my 2 guys I have. And then, in the corner, once again, 2 more of them pop up to replace the ones you killed.
Gosh.
We have to stop this man from teaching this child.
Who here is a divine caster?
I guess technically
Daphne.
yes.
Yeah.
You're arcane.
Okay.
Gotcha. In terms of what
I believe our druid Leo would also be divine as well, correct?
Probably, sure.
Oh, no, druids are... I forget, is druid arcane or divine?
Mhm.
I get them mixed up.
Well, I definitely am.
Whatever you want it to be. I don't know.
Well, let's have both of you. You guys have knowledge religion as a skill?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then both of you can go ahead and give me a roll on that one.
That's a 17 plus 2, 19.
21.
21.
Leo always has to show me up.
Just a little bit.
And it both
I'm
frustrates
so
me and
sorry.
turns me on.
I'm so flattered. Okay.
Mhm.
You guys realize that what you're dealing with here are called lies. They are a bizarre undead creature. They are kind of semi-corporeal, semi-real. They have a tendency to feed on things that are not true and obfuscate things from people for as long as they can and feed upon that. They often move in packs, with many of the smaller lies working in concert to protect the much bigger lie. And they will not give up as long as the primary lie continues.
So we need to figure out the source of the leader lie.
So while this thing is like in my arm, I'm going to kind of shout just to anybody that can hear me. I believe the bigger lie, the one that we need to target, is right in the middle of young Ebenezer and this really creepy old man. I believe that's where we need to target.
Whoa. Quit it with all the big words. What are you saying?
Leo, you say all of this while one of those very lies is clawing and grappling around
And
you.
I'm saying this with, teeth clenched and everything, but I'm like, hit in the middle of young Ebenezer and the tall man. Right in the middle of there, that's the big lie. Hit there.
I'm going to say bigger than the lies Gurf tells.
Wait. Oh.
I'm pretty sure you guys can sort out your problems later, as this thing is like in my arm, like, all right, figure it out, I don't care. In the middle of them.
Mhm.
In the middle.
All right, it is your guys' turn. Who wants to go first?
I'll take Leo's word for it. Pull the bow over and 2 arrows right down the middle.
All right, give me a roll.
See if anything hits. Oh, that's significantly better. A 26 and an 18.
26 and an 18. Yeah, definitely both of those are going to hit.
Woo!
Oh, right.
Go ahead and roll the damage.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus, so 13 for the first hit.
13.
And 8, 9, 10, 11 for the second hit, so 24 total.
24 total. All right, both of those arrows, those are some really good shots. They land dead on to that little writhing, shadowy thing. You, being the keen-eyed archer that you are, you had a bit of a trouble with this shot, because when you looked to try and see where that lie was, it's like your vision kept sliding off of the target, as if it wouldn't let you look directly onto it. But your arrows still find their mark, and both of them hit, and for a moment, there seems to be this thing that kind of twists and writhes on the hand of the creature. But the arrows then pop off and fall to the ground.
Hey guys, Leo will lie and split the difference. And I kind of point towards young Ebenezer and the instructor.
Can I go?
Sure, go right ahead.
Absolutely.
So do I make a saving throw or something because this thing is in my arm?
If you want to try and break him away from a grapple, it would require a strength or a dex.
All right. Do I get to choose?
Yes, you do.
I would like to do dex. 19.
19? Whoa. You just, with a 19, it's grabbing on, trying to seep itself into your arm and suck your strength out of you, and you just slide underneath the desk and leave him on top of it and pop out the other side.
Okay.
You have broken free of that grapple.
And that's my action?
That is a move. You can still go ahead and have one action.
All right, then I would like to cast Moonbeam right in the middle of, or right where
Ooh.
young Ebenezer and...
Moonbeam. I do not know this.
Okay, so
Tell me more.
Moonbeam... Yeah, so I have a range of 120 feet, and it creates a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, so it's like a beam of light, okay, that...
Oh!
And it casts a searing pain for anybody that is in it, so...
And there is no saving throw or anything for that, is there?
A shape changer makes a saving throw with disadvantage.
What's my number? I'm just going to get 2 dice for no reason over here.
A con save of 15, okay, with disadvantage.
I didn't make either of those.
All right. So, okay, so as I slide under the desk and pop up, I'm just going to put my hand down, and as it's going down, the moonbeam will come down and shine onto, like this, and encompass the young Ebenezer and the instructor. And let's see, that's 2d10 of damage. So
of pure light too.
Of pure light, and that's 12 damage.
12 damage. Well, that is in fact doubled because, as you would know, but due to that excellent religion roll, lies are particularly susceptible to the light. So that thing is just this beam of light. Does it just stay there? How long?
Yeah, one moment here. Up to 1 minute. And so anybody who enters the light as well gets burned. So, yeah.
Okay, so you just basically turned a spotlight on right where the spot where the major lie was, and it just sears it like an albino on the beach. It is no longer hard to see where that creature is. It is writhing, and it is boiling. It is twisting in upon itself, trying to hide from that beam of light you just turned on, but there's nowhere for it to go.
Okay.
Who is next?
For my bonus action, I'd like to do Healing Word on myself.
That is a wise bonus action.
Okay.
I would like
Daphne.
to go next. I
Yes.
will follow that up with, now that I can see the creature, she has kind of pinned it with a moonbeam. They have kind of pinned it with a moonbeam. I'm going to Sacred Flame it. They need to make a dex saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. So
Okay.
14 is the dex saving.
It can't even make a savings throw right now with this spotlight going on.
All right, so that's going to be 6 damage. 6 radiant damage.
Radiant. What? You ever see those moments in like WWE where a guy's trying to crawl himself away and a guy just drops down on top of him? It's kind of like what you just did there. So yes, you have body slammed this poor lie, and it is. You can see it being forced down and away from the creature's gift, as it's just desperately holding on, and you see a face kind of writhe up, trying to pull itself up, but just keep being forced down as it holds on with everything it has. Who's left?
I'm gonna seeing what's going on over there and being obviously jealous of the fact that those things are going on. I'm gonna turn away from the line that's right next to me, and I'm gonna move towards this. I don't know if he gets an attack of opportunity or not. But...
He just arrived, that one, didn't he?
Yes.
So I will go ahead and skip his attack of opportunity. If you want to make a charge for that and go all the way, like the full distance, make a charged attack on that, if you can give me a good enough athletics to jump off the desks,
Sure.
I will let you have it.
Yeah.
Daphne calls out, "The floor is lava."
That's a 17.
A 17. I'm going to say Gruff has definitely done that. As he bounds from desk to desk, chairs and things sliding out from under him as he launches himself forward, all the way just in front of both of them.
Yeah, I don't know if I should touch the moonbeam, but I'm going to, try my best to just, slam my hammer down on the thing that the guy is giving, wherever it is at this point.
Yes. Go ahead.
That is a blackjack, 21.
That'll do.
First one. That's 7 damage, and then it's another hit. That is 14.
14. 14 points of damage?
No,
14
to hit on the second attack.
14 to hit. The second one will not.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll swing with my hammer, get it with that damage, and then swing again. And...
Oh, you wouldn't have had a second attack anyways. Just charge it up here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Then we're all good. I got the first one, and then.
And how much damage was that first one?
That was 7 damage, I believe.
7 damage. Rolf, do you want to do something while he's doing this? You and Harvey, have you had a turn this round?
Yeah, he went
Yes, I started off with the
You
arrow.
were first fire. Yeah, you put the arrows into it first.
I think I'm just going to try to get this thing to stop being on over.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're still being molested by a lie.
Yeah, I just I don't like his whole deal. I want him to knock it off. So let's.
And you say that.
Yeah,
knock it off.
I don't like your whole vibe. 15.
15. That will do it. You are free.
All right. And then in that case, I'm going to go ahead and cast Toll the Dead on this guy. Let's see. It is a 16 wisdom save. Oh, against the guy I just got free from.
16 wisdom save. All right. I did not make that because I don't roll well.
All right. In that case, it is. Let's see. 8 damage altogether.
8 damage to him. All right, I've got that marked down.
And
so,
sorry. Just being disengaged, I'm going to take maybe a step closer to the rest of the party. Just get up. Perfect. This is fine.
cool.
Thank you.
So, let's just summarize here. Harvey puts arrows into the main lie. Leo turns on a spotlight. Daphne, what was it you hit him with? Searing lights?
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame set it on fire as Gurf lunges across the entire room to bring down the hammer on him. And Rolf bats away the guy who's actually all over him. The lie that you guys have all just wailed upon, it's just too much. It falls to the ground as the hammer comes down on him and slams into the floor. It rises under that light until it seeps down into the floorboards and disappears, almost immediately followed by every single other lie in the room, who sees that it leaves and heads out and disappears right along with it. And you are left alone in the room. As you do so, you realize, Gurf, right before you, the creature is holding out a purple book. And the young Ebenezer reaches out and takes it from him. And off in the corner, you hear Scrooge look and says, "Wait, I remember this man. He offered me something. He promised that he could help me." And as he's watching and talking, the creature and the young Ebenezer walk out of the room, with Ebenezer putting the little book underneath his arm. Scrooge turns to the spirit and he asks, "Spirit, did I promise something to this man? Did I make something?" But she's gone. And it's just Scrooge standing there. And he's bothered, and he looks around uncertain for the first time, and you begin to see that maybe he's beginning to doubt himself, that maybe he's done something wrong. He doesn't know what yet. But there's nothing left for him in this room, and slowly he just turns and walks away to the door, muttering to himself, trying to think of, wow, what just happened? And he makes his way and he disappears through the doors, which open for him to that blinding light once again. But as he does so, the front of the room begins to slowly fade away as the fog of memory takes it, and it rolls down the entire classroom slowly as the floor itself just falls away into nothing. You might need to follow Scrooge quickly.
Yeah. Gonna work my way out of the room.
You guys, following after Scrooge into that golden light, quickly find yourselves moving, and all of a sudden find yourselves standing once again in the bedroom of Scrooge. There is no spirit anymore, but there is a Scrooge who stands in the middle of his room pondering, and he looks over at his desk where the book is sitting, and he ponders what just happened. But he yawns, and he's very tired, and he makes his way back to his bed, and he lies down. And there is a quiet feeling that settles into the room as all of you drag yourselves back in after a very hard-fought schoolroom brawl. And you all take a moment to get yourselves a collective breath. And we're going to call it right there for now.
Whew. All right.
I love this
Part of the mission down.
much.
Thanks, everybody.
One
We're going to
spirit
take a
down.
quick intermission here, and we will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Thanks, Steve.
Hi, I'm Ian with Creative Crits. Today we're talking about the Warlock tiles, specifically the Dungeon Tile Set 1 by WizKids. Today we're here at Golden Game Guild in Golden, Colorado. It's really important to support your local game store. I personally feel like the Golden Game Guild has some really great owners, and they have a weekly D&D night. So if you want to check them out at all and are in Colorado, go ahead and check out their website. They're linked below. So these are the Warlock tiles, specifically the dungeon tiles. They have a whole bunch of different doors. in the Warlock tile set that actually open and close. The tiles are incrementally spaced out in 1-inch increments, so you know how far the distance traveled is inside these dungeons. And this is just so much more fun to play with something like this that's tangible and three-dimensional rather than just a mat that's, you know, on a table. The dungeon floor tiles are stone on one side and wood on the other side. There's a total of 10 doors in the set in 3 different styles. Some of them are these big open double doors, and then there's some entry doors that are just single ones. The walls and the floors aren't necessarily exactly the same length. So if you have a really long dungeon, they could separate a little bit, but I don't think that that's too big of a deal. You might see little gaps and increments in between sets of tiles. They're definitely made out of plastic and can be a little wobbly and finicky, but if you leave them on your desk and your table, they actually are quite secure. If you clip them together with 2 tiles rather than 1 tile, they're a lot more sturdy. Most of the painting is just like a 2-tone style painting, having the base coat and then some shadows filled in. All in all, I think that these Warlock tiles are really good value. You know, this would be a lot of time if you were to make them yourself. If you were to print them off and paint them, you're talking about this being worthwhile just in the time savings from creating it yourself. And they definitely help create a much more immersive environment. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, go ahead and give me a like. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel. And if you have any other products that you want me to review, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. I would really appreciate your input. Thank you so much.